Hello everybody, Just a Man here, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over all the basics of how to change the strings on your 5-string banjo. Let's get to it. So, how do you know when it's time to change the strings on your instrument? Opinions vary here, and every player is a little bit different. Some players will stick to a set schedule for string changes. For example, they may change strings every week, every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever. Me personally, I don't stick to a set schedule with any of my instruments. I just let the instrument tell me when it needs a new set. If the strings are feeling grimy, if they're rusty, showing signs of corrosion, or if the instrument is starting to sound kind of dull and lifeless, then I know it's time for a new set. And also, of course, if you break a string, then it's time for a new set as well. Okay, so before we get started, there are a few things that we're going to be needing. First off, you want to have a clean workbench or tabletop to work off of. You'll also want a soft towel or blanket to lay the instrument on and prevent any scratches. You'll of course need a new pack of strings of your choice, a pair of wire cutters or end nippers, and a guitar string winder if you have one available. Okay, so now we can go ahead and loosen and remove the old strings. Now, you've got two options here. You can either remove and replace all the strings individually one at a time, or you can remove all the strings all at once and replace them all at once. Either method is just fine, but there is one thing you should bear in mind. Any banjo is going to have what's called a floating bridge, meaning that this bridge here isn't held in place by anything other than the tension of the strings clamping it down. So if you remove all the strings all at once, the bridge is just going to fall off, and you will have to reset intonation when you're done. Normally I would only replace one string at a time, so I wouldn't have to fuss with intonation with each string change. But in this case, I'm going to be doing a full setup on this instrument anyway, so if I knock the strings out, the intonation I should say, out of whack, I don't really care. I know I'm going to have to reset it anyway. So in this case, I'm just going to remove all of them all at once. Okay, so begin by taking your string winder and loosening all the strings. Make sure that all the tension is out of all the strings, even the shorter 5th string higher up the neck. With all the string tension removed, you can go ahead and cut the strings. You can really do this anywhere. Usually I just do this somewhere over the banjo's head. After all the strings have been cut, carefully unwind them off of the tuning pegs. Also, safety note here, as you're changing strings on your banjo or any other stringed instrument, bear in mind that the ends of the strings can be sharp. Be careful not to cut or poke yourself, and always keep the strings away from your eyes and face. And finally, you can remove the bottom portion of the strings from the tailpiece. And now we're ready to start restringing. So take your pack of strings, open it up. Maybe. If I can get this thing open, there we go. Please note that most banjo strings, guitar strings, strings for really any kind of instrument will either come in envelopes that are labeled with the string size, its diameter I should say, or the strings will be color coded. This helps to keep you from mixing things up as you're putting them on the instrument. So, pick the first string that you're going to replace. Carefully uncoil it. Like so. Now, on a banjo string, usually one end will have a loop on it. Please focus. There. It isn't like a ball end like what you find on a guitar string. Now, this loop end will go into the bridge down here. One thing that I find helpful is to put a little bit of a bend in the end of the string at the loop end, kind of like that. Not a full 90 degree, but a little bit of a bend. Now, take the other end of the string, the plain end, like that, and feed it through the hole in the bridge. The appropriate hole in the bridge. There will be one hole for each string. Pull it through. Now, when you're almost to the end, you're going to take the loop end of the string and hook it onto the peg on the back of the bridge. This is where that slight bend in the end of the string that we just did comes in handy. And you might have to fiddle with it a little bit. And there we go. Maybe? Okay. Make sure it is completely hooked onto the peg at the end of the bridge, and hold slight tension on the string here. And then begin winding it onto the tuning peg up here. With the bottom portion of the string installed in the bridge, we can move up to the headstock end here. Begin by pulling the first string that we installed slightly taut, like this, and cut it roughly to length. Now usually what I will do here on a typical banjo, with a 2-and-2 headstock like this, typically I will measure out the distance from one tuning peg to the next. That usually will provide me enough slack for the string to wind properly onto the tuning peg. So, this string will be wound onto this peg, so I'm going to measure out the width of the space between two tuning pegs. So I'm going to cut this string right here. Now, come to the tuning peg the string is going to be wound onto, and turn it so that the hole or slot in the tuning peg is perpendicular to the neck. This just makes it a little bit easier to get the strings started onto the tuning peg, in my opinion. Now what you're going to do is put a slight bend in the end of the string, maybe, I don't know, a ½ inch back, maybe a little less. Be careful not to poke yourself while you're doing this. Okay, and you just want a nice 90-degree bend like that. Now, take the end of the string, start it, insert it into the hole in the tuning peg, and wrap it around the tuning peg a few times to get it started. Whoops. And try not to let it pop off like that. Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Now, whoops. Sorry about that, folks. Hold on. There we go. Now, hold slight tension on the string so that it doesn't pop off the tuning peg like it just did. And take your string winder and begin winding it into place. Like this. As I said, hold slight tension on the string just so it doesn't pop off as we're doing this. Now you want to put just enough tension on the string so that it doesn't come off the tuning peg. And that's enough that it's going to stay in place. Now, with the first string in place, we can repeat the procedure with the remaining 4 strings. Alright, so now all of the strings are on the banjo, and at this point you could just tune up the instrument and go if you wanted, but I do recommend stretching out the strings first. This is going to help the strings break in quicker, and it's going to help the instrument stay in tune better right after you put on a fresh set of strings. Now, how you stretch out strings, it's actually really simple. All you've got to do is grab onto each of the strings, and you're going to hold the string kind of like this between both hands, and you're going to sort of tug on the string sort of in this motion like that, okay? And you're going to do it at various points along the string. Usually I'll start up here at the nut and then work my way down towards the bridge. So I'll start with the 4th string here, which is going to be the heaviest string on your banjo. Come up here close to the headstock. Grip the string like this, and you're going to kind of tug on it like that. Move down an inch or 2, repeat, move down, repeat, move down, repeat, repeat, and so forth. You get the idea. And as you do this, you'll actually kind of feel the string loosen up between your fingers, and this is the string stretching out and settling in on the tuning pegs and also down here at the bridge as well. Now, repeat that same procedure with all the strings, including the short 5th string, and then I will be right back. After stretching out all 5 strings on your banjo, you're good to tune up and start playing. We're all done. Alright, that's it everyone, we are done. That is the basic procedure of how to change strings on a typical 5-string bluegrass style banjo. If you liked the video and found it interesting, be sure to like and subscribe below, and also be sure to check out my blog, theguitargearguru.com, also linked below. Thanks again for watching, and stay safe. Have a good one.